Before we get started, just a quick shout out to Lance Reddick, man. May he rest in peace. Seeing him in this film, probably for the last time. I don't know if he's in anything else coming up, but it was heartbreaking. Really going to miss him. He was a fantastic actor, and yeah, I just wanted to quickly make that acknowledgement before we carried on with the rest of the conversation. And so, without further ado, this one's to you, man. One of the greatest to ever do it. And let's talk about the film. After 4 years of wait after the events of John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum, Chapter 4 has finally arrived, once again directed by Chad Stahelski and once again starring Keanu Reeves, of course. At the end of that film, things ended on a bit of a cliffhanger with an impending war yet to come and Wick still alive despite being shot off the roof of the Continental. And so naturally, 4 begins with the onset of that. However, he's still trying to find his way out of this entire thing. He doesn't really want to be involved with the high table stuff anymore, but when he does get an ultimatum, which is offered up by the Marquis, played by Bill Skarsgård, it seems like he might have that way out, though it's not going to be an easy one. Action movies have come a long way over the last 20 years or so. When you come to some of the best ones that have happened in the 2000s, the 2010s, we've had some great stuff, whether it be these 3 John Wick movies that preceded this one, whether it be something like Mad Max Fury Road. We've had a really great slew of fantastic action set pieces offered up in each film, or whether it be the Raid movies. But watching Chapter 4, I had a sensation with this kind of an action movie that I haven't had for a long time. See, perfect action movies, they come along once in a while. You have to give them that praise. And the last time I saw an action movie which was as perfect as this, it was Mad Max Fury Road, which is why I do not exaggerate when I say that John Wick Chapter 4 is the best action movie I've seen since then. It is just a genuinely brilliant masterwork of action sequences, stunt work, which I swear needs an Academy Award nomination. Like, it needs it. It just needs it. Like, they have to start up that category at some point. The work that is on display in Chapter 4 is beyond remarkable. Some of the stunt work, especially towards the final hour of the film, which I'm not even going to hint at, is beyond belief. And it's remarkable what the actors and what the stunt people have accomplished in some of those sequences. But the whole movie is non-stop. Don't expect the film to just, take its time until it gets to that part. It's 2 hours and 49 minutes long, and it is relentless. You don't feel a single second of this runtime. It just constantly keeps going and going and going. It has maybe the briefest of pauses in the middle for like a few minutes, and then it kicks off again. It genuinely is amazing that this film manages to maintain so much high-octane action and manages to be compelling the whole time. And so much is thanks to the work that is on display from Chad Stahelski and once again Keanu Reeves. This guy is just an absolute unit. And in this film, once again, he proves why he is one of the best. And working with other martial artists like Hiroyuki Sanada, Donnie Yen, Scott Adkins, he's done a fantastic job over here. And those actors are also really great in this. Donnie Yen is always awesome. It's great seeing him in here playing Kane. He's a blind assassin, which I feel like everyone's already made a Rogue One joke at this point. But yeah, he's great in this. This is basically... this is what would happen if they really let loose in Star Wars. But he's fantastic in this film. Hiroyuki Sanada, it's always great to see him, and he's fantastic here too. And when it comes to Scott Adkins, he's one of the greatest stunt performers, man. One of the great martial artists, of course. It was great to see him as well. I think everybody here really brought their A game. It was a fantastic, just smorgasbord of great action. I could rave about this, to how gorgeously it's shot. I mean, it is beautiful. There are set pieces that are literal paintings come to life, and really the use of neon lighting, which has been in this franchise from the very start till now, it's just gotten better and better with each movie, and this film just looks immaculate. The set design is beyond remarkable. There are certain sequences like involving a painting room of sorts, which is amazing. There's a sequence that takes place at the Arc de Triomphe, which you see cars coming in and back and forth, and they're having to fight while there's oncoming traffic, and it's incredible. I mean, there is some spectacular stuff that I could just go on and on and on and on and on about, and I would love to, except that would be involving spoilers after a while, and I don't want to do that to you guys, because if you have not seen it yet, even though there have been some early screenings, I don't want to ruin that for you guys. I want you guys to experience this for yourself when you get a chance to see this in theaters this weekend. But what did surprise me about Chapter 4 was also its very emotional core. There is a reason certain things are happening when it comes to other characters and how they're involved in this, especially Donnie Yen's character. There is a bit of a background to him that I found to be very compelling, and they're old friends, him and John. And so him and Kane and John, they have these moments of conversation, which actually did quite hit at times. Like, they were surprisingly very heartfelt. And as things go on in the film, you sort of understand like just how much this world has, messed around with people. And that as sophisticated as things may seem, you may wear a nice suit and come into work every single day with your hair nice and, combed up or whatever it is, or in this case, 90%. Whatever you're doing, it's not enough, that there is this very ruptured aspect to it. And with the onset of this marquee character, Bill Skarsgård's character, it's just being made more and more apparent. And it's all coming down to the fact that consequences have to be dealt with. So whatever you've seen over the last 3 films, it's all coming to a bit of a crescendo. Is this going to be the last one? I don't know. They have said that for now, we're stopping. I don't know, we'll talk about 5. But I would honestly say, you don't have to. Because I've learned that there is such a thing as a lot, but as much as I would like so much more of this, and my God, I hope there's a director's cut coming for that Blu-ray, I also think that it's best to leave on a high note. And I think Chapter 4 is just absolute perfection. Although I cannot wait to see what else is coming. I know there's that Ana de Armas spin-off, which is coming up soon. I can't wait to see that. I am absolutely in love with this franchise. I'm absolutely in love with what Stahelski and Reeves have brought to the table. And this movie is the magnum opus. It is absolutely incredible. I couldn't wait to watch it again after it was done. And I am going to go see this thing again. I'm going to. Like, I just have to just experience this thing once again. It was great seeing it with a packed crowd too. There were so many reactions and audible like gasps and responses. Every action sequence has that feeling of an impact. You feel every punch, every fall, every hit. And every movie has kept that consistent, but this one really dials all of those things up that was in the previous 3 movies and brings them to even greater heights with Chapter 4. And I loved my time with this. And well, every year there is that one movie that sort of sets the ball rolling when it comes to a certain rating. And so I figured, what better way to start than this one? I'm gonna give John Wick Chapter 4 a 10 out of 10. It is cinema heaven, like, really. I mean, you want to do films, you watch something and you go, oh yeah, that's that's gonna do it. I'm gonna make that happen. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed John Wick 4. I hope you get the chance to just now watch the whole thing whenever it's already available at home and enjoy the hell out of it. And thank you very much as always. If you like this, please do subscribe and I'll see you guys at the movies. And now it happened.